Samarkand in Uzbekistan is all set to welcome 15 leaders for the SCO summit. This includes Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. All eyes are keenly trained on what the outcomes of the summit are going to be like because of the fact that there is a geopolitical situation flux at the moment with the Ukraine war that continues, and Vladimir Putin will be present in person for this meeting. In fact, this SCO summit is taking place in person after a gap of almost 2 years because of the pandemic, and because of the current situation, this grouping itself at the current moment almost appears to be like anti-Western forces gathered here in Samarkand from tomorrow on. This will include not just Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping, but also the Iranian president as well as the president of Turkey, Erdogan, who has been saying for some time that he would like to be part of the SCO, though Turkey is a member of NATO. So all these aspects make this current summit in Samarkand very interesting. As of now, there is no signal from the Indian side of any such meeting. The only meetings that have been confirmed are the meetings with the Uzbek president as well as the Russian president Vladimir Putin. That too is going to be very keenly watched, especially by the West, for the ambit that it covers. Apart from, of course, the bilateral relations between India and Russia, the issue of oil trade is very significant at the moment, and that could also be brought up during this meeting between Prime Minister Modi and the Russian president. So Samarkand is all set for the big event, and you can see behind me clearly the security guards all over the place. You can also in fact quite clearly see that they are blocking some of those roads. You can see some of these roads are pretty much empty now because from today on Samarkand is under lockdown. Nobody from outside the city, apart from the leaders and the delegations, will be allowed in the city from today onwards. It will be under lockdown till 16th late evening. In Samarkand, this is Maha Siddiqui for NDTV. The Russian side has in fact confirmed that there will be a bilateral meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the sidelines of the SCO summit. So as per the Russian side, the regional stability and security as well as international issues are going to be discussed in the meeting, apart of course from the bilateral issues between the two sides. Also very specifically that has been mentioned by the Russian side is that it will discuss India's G20 presidency as well as the fact that India will be presiding over the UNSC in December as the president as well. So these two issues have been very categorically mentioned by the Russian side that they will be discussed. Now this is certainly important because at this point in time what we are seeing is again the Western side, the G7 countries to be specific, preparing another sort of sanction against Russia or another pressure measure against Russia. This is in the form of the capping, price capping of oil from Russia. They are trying to bring it into force by the end of the year, which will pretty much be coinciding with India's presidency of the UNSC. And Russia, of course, is opposed to any such move. It has already said that any country that goes in for a price capping, Russia is not going to supply oil to them. The Western side believes that this is the only way of cutting down the revenues that Russia is making through oil, which they believe fuels the war in Ukraine. India has been buying discounted oil from Russia despite the fact that the Western world has been upset about it, but India has put out its point very clearly that India needs energy security and it will look for the cheapest option and will look at their own domestic needs first. In that context, India has been importing since April discounted oil from Russia, which it is getting for a 30% discount from the Russian side so far. So that is also likely to come up during this conversation. It is an important aspect at the moment under the current geopolitical situation. Samarkand in Uzbekistan is all set to welcome 15 world leaders for the SCO summit, which includes Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. For this, the city is all geared up and under lockdown from today till the 16th, allowing only the leaders and the delegations now to enter Samarkand. I'll be getting you all the live updates from Samarkand in Uzbekistan.